Hey Wanderers, today we're putting in an air conditioning in the van. We got a piece of 1/2 inch by 2 by 4 AC radiata. I don't know. Anyway, piece of board, and we're gonna mark the window on the side here. This window over here, we popped it out of the gasket because that's an aftermarket window the person that owned the van before me installed. I have a stone in my shoe. Uh, so what we're gonna do here is, if you look at the back, there's a big knot right here, and I don't want that on the final, but we have to cut most of the majority of this out. So that works out great. We're going to grab the window, which I placed over on the side. Excuse me. Yeah, there are bugs and everything here. And then we're going to measure the inside of the door again, because I forgot the number. I think it's 21, but I want to double check. It's all muddy and it's all disgusting, but it is now home. Yes, 21. And then this can be almost anything I like, up and down. We'll just make it 20. We'll just do 21 so that it's all the same. So it's 21 and 21. I'm going to grab some paver bricks, I think, as well. See if I can find some on Marketplace or something. I want this knot gone. So we're going to measure it from right to left until we get to 21. Seriously, the bugs in my mouth. Okay, so this is 21. And 21. And then I'll just measure it this way. 21. 21. Sorry to have my back to the camera, but I am right-handed. And then now we have to grab something to make a straight line, and I have just a thing, I believe. But I can't get to it, of course. So we would do what comes naturally and grab something that we know is straight and use that. And in this case, it will be the rib portion from the air conditioner. Because we can line up the top like a straight edge, and we can press it. And we got that. And then we'll do the same down here. We'll line it up. And then we'll line it up with these two. If my big fat thumb wouldn't be in the way. Big fat thumb's always in the way. Close enough. Good enough for government work. I will freehand this portion. So this is the board we need, and we're gonna have a little strip that's left over. That's fine. I might have a use for that anyway. So what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna cut off. Oops, I'm stepping on my tools. We're gonna go across this like this, because this is 21, which is the same as this point. I need another piece on the bottom in order to kick the bottom of the air conditioner out so that it's level, because these doors are convex like this, creates like a bowed shape like this. So we have to kick the bottom out more, so that it's level, so that it kind of drains better. But also, I did put some holes through the bottom of the air conditioner where the little pool portions were, because it's not going to be totally level, and I don't want it running to the front. So I put some holes in the bottom where it pools, and so as the water gets there, it'll pool a little bit and then drain out the holes, so it doesn't run inside. Yesterday, when I was testing it, I had a significant amount of water come into the van. I had to put a little like bucket thingy under there. Not fun. Now that we have a 21 by 21 inch piece, we need to measure the innards of it, which are 16. So if you do 21, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches, and then we take 5 inches and divide it by 2, which would be 2.5. So we want to go in. I can do maths. Isn't that impressive? 1, 2, and it's probably wrong anyway. 2, and where the frig is the half mark on this ruler? Oh, that's weird. The half mark isn't indented like it's supposed to be. Interesting. Interesting. Let's just do 2, and that looks like a half, right? Hey, you stop it, sir. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Can I put a mark on here too? Yeah. And then we want to go right here. And before I go down any further, it is a 1 foot marking. So if you do 21, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches. So there's 3 inches, I guess you could say, on the top and the bottom. I want to let it sit on the bottom. So this is going to be 3 inches here, and then the difference will be on the top where I guess it'll sit. So we want 3 inches right here. Okay, so we got 3 inches on the top. That's the key to shaking inside. This pencil sucks, but I'd rather use a pencil than a pen. Okay, and then we will, actually I don't think I'll use this one. Like that. And then we got to measure a foot. Mosquitoes are biting my ankles. Ow. The other day I stepped in an anthill. That's fun. This is going to be where's the 1 foot mark? Right here. Yep. So the little clamp claw thing is not the greatest on this ruler. That's a terrible line, but I just need a reference. I know the front and the back are good. Okay. And then we want 2.5 inches from this side, which would be right here. And if we measure from this one over to this one, it is 16 inches. Exactly. So my measurements are correct. So that's good. And what are you doing, Nikita? And if there's a little tiny bit more space, that's fine, because we can put whatchamacallit around it too, you know? A gasket. Nikita, stop scratching your butt, please. Okay. We need to cut that out first. So we're going to cut this out, and then we'll cut yeah, that's the top, right? Yeah. We're going to cut this out, and the air conditioner will fit in here. So this will be the bottom. Bottom. Writing upside down is not as tricky as it looks, but it is. Interesting. Okay, so this is the bottom, this is the top, and just to check my sanity, that's 21 inches, which means there's a lot of room on the top. But the reason I'm doing it that way is because I want to secure other things. And actually, how much is this? This is, yeah, that should be 3 inches, right? And then this will be, yeah, okay. And then this is also 3 inches. So this piece here will be 21, and this here will be 21. Okay, so this piece here is going to go here, and that'll kick it out. We're going to cut this out, and then we'll have this piece right here, and then we're going to put we're going to drill some holes through the van door, put the board on the inside, and then we'll zip it from the outside in, so we're pulling the board against the door, and then that will keep the board in place. The AC will then go inside, and then there are holes along the mounting points at the top and the bottom, and I will put some more holes through, and I will bolt the air conditioner also to the door. And that way the air conditioner won't move in or out. The window seal from the window will be a partial seal and a vibration dampener. And then the seal that goes around the air conditioner, I will put that in place and slip that in there as well. I'll stick that inside of the gasket so that it's bushed on both sides, like with a divot in the middle, and we'll slip it in there. And that way it's sealed. And then I'm going to put some tape on it. And before we install all of this, we're going to sand and polyurethane it so that it is waterproof and scratch resistant and all that jazz. So, fun time. Now to cutting this. We're going to get a drill because I find that it's easier to do such things with my multi-tool. This is the drill bit I used the first time when I screwed up. That's okay, we're not going to use that portion, but we are going to use the rest of this wood to mount this 100-watt charger. That's the next project, is installing this 100-watt charger. This can plug into AC and charge up the battery in my truck, which I completely killed last night running this air conditioner. However, it did run for 5 hours, so I was cool for most of yesterday, which is really nice. This I'm going to move over here because I don't want to get sawdust in my truck. And I'm going to put this bit right there in the corner. And I'm going to put another one in this corner. And then I'll put another one in this corner. And then I'll put another one in this corner. Well, that helped. I've never had that happen. They all say that, don't they? Why am I wearing a hat? Oh, so I don't die of heat stroke. That's right. And then I got to cut this out. Now, it is going on 10 o'clock in the morning, so I don't think there should be a noise problem. And we're going to try to do it as fast as possible. We're going to put this right here. So I can put my knee on it. And then we will go from there. So I can, yeah, that'll work. Multi-tool, I got it set on 12. save that for something else. In fact, this might be the piece that goes for this charger. That might be the exact piece I need, which would be a lovely coincidence. Okay, and now we're going to cut this down here. We're going to cut that one next. There's our kicker board. Okay, we have the board. We just cut it, and then I got interrupted by neighbors for good things. I gave them a hand with their machine, and then in return, they gave me a NEMA 50 to NEMA 30 adapter. The board is done now, so let's go place it inside. Okay, sorry for the bad angle, because this is the only angle I got. But this board, which we'll probably have to round the corners and make some adjustments. Nice breeze coming through this window, though, I will tell you. That's the bottom, right? So with the bottom in place, we had the water bucket I got in here, which is actually just a get that out of the way. Empty bottles. And like I said, we will have to round the corners in order to get this to fit in place. But it does, in fact, fit in place. Let's go around the corners real quick. We're just going to cut them at 45s. Nothing fancy. Okay. Corners cut off. Muddy, ground, ugly. Ew. Okay. Get this chair out of my way. And stop reaching over, and I'll be good, you know? I got wood in my mouth. And actually, I think we're going to do this the other way. I know I marked that the bottom, but I do believe that it is now the top. Oh. Let's get the Millennium Falcon out of here. I like that this fits in there like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we'll do the leveling and the adjusting in a minute, but I do like that. That'll be perfect. And now we just got to make sure it's level and everything, and good to go. But I'll get you in for a close-up. I wedged it on the bottom to hold it in place. Put it on top. It's even on both sides, and then we'll go check the outside. Oh yeah, it looks good. It looks actually really good. I like it. I like it a lot. So now we just got to make sure that it's centered, and the top is, well, it's in there definitely. Now we just got to screw it in place, and then screw it from the inside and junk, and it'll be good. And we're gonna go like this and clamp this on both sides. But we'll screw the top in first, and then we'll screw in the bottom, and we'll make it look nice. I'll measure, and I'll draw a line. We'll do that now. Hello. Ah. Okay, so it's right here, and right. See, so there's not much room on either side. It is pretty much right there, though. And on the top, I know I have plenty, and on the bottom, I know I have plenty. So we'll start with top, and we'll stop at the bottom. Okay, improvised punch and a hammer. You doing okay in here, monkey? Keep the flies off my bubby. Okay, so I'm thinking that we should go boat and do 2 across the top, 2 across the bottom, and then a single. The phone I record on is dying, so I'm sorry for the shitty audio. Although I'm going to be banging and stuff, so it should be fine. We got it. This is literally just a piece of metal, like it was some kind of axle to something or a printer that I ground into a small like wooden point thing. I put this collar on it and ground this down because I thought I was doing a project and it didn't work out. But then it got rounded and peened over from me hitting it. And now it's my punch tool. And it works great. Because it has the collar on it. When you hit it, it absorbs some of the things, so it doesn't actually, I guess, like take up too much, but it works rather well. So this is, I need a piece of something to whack this. And let's not forget that we also have this piece to kick out the bottom. Let's put that in there so I don't forget that. That'll have to screw in from the inside, I guess. I'll put screws here. You'll see them in the window. They'll add a nice little thing. We're going to use the bad side. And now I can see the wood, so that's good. The air conditioner will sit in the right place. I think I have some sandpaper somewhere. And I should sand this up a little bit. Actually, let me grind the, let me get, and we'll do exactly what I said I didn't want to do, which was get sawdust inside my van. corners are all cut. Ruler. So we have plenty of board at the bottom. So let's start at the bottom because we want to pin these together. And from the gasket, let's go down 1 inch. And we'll put one right here, one right here, and then do we have an inch? No. So what I might have to do is put another piece of wood on either side, screw it to here and screw it to here. That's not going to be structurally sound though, so we're not going to do that. So I'm thinking about that out loud. We're not winging it, but we are. You like that one? That one we're not going to be able to get. Don't worry, use a different finger. That one we're not going to be able to get. But these ones we will. And so let's take a look at the screws. Okay, I went and bought these guys. They're number 10 3/4 inch panhead Phillips because I want them to be flat against the van. Let's take a look and see how this goes. And so these will go right about into the whole thing, plus the width of the metal. And it'll be good. It'll be good. And this panel's rusting out anyway. This is not a forever job. We're not going to have this van hopefully that much longer. Well, we will, but we won't. Like, we'll have it, but we're not going to. We're not up, lavishly. We're not lavishly up. So the nice thing about this project is that I can pull the screws out right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, we're only going to do 7. We're going to measure it out, don't worry. Now since I know that this is straight, I'm going to use this. I need to buy better frocks. By the way, if you don't know what frocks is, it's fake Crocs. Line. Crooked line. That's weird. Look, there's a washer. What this is, this needs to be done anyway. There's like mildew and probably all shit from Pennsylvania up under here. That is a line, but it's not the line. Try that again. That's sort of a straight line. Much better. Okay, so then we'll start from the middle, which is where the seam should be, right? That's 7. Actually, it's not. That's weird. How wide is this open? 18. So yeah, it is. Never mind. I'm just keep counting. Literally, the sun is getting to me. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's supposed to be in the like 90s today in Texas. There will be frequent breaks for drinking. Okay, so right here is where we're going to go, and that's 18. So we'll do that's 9. So we'll do every other inch. So we're going to do one right here, one here, one here, one here, and one here, and one here, and then we'll do one here, and one here, and one here, and then one here, and then I'll mark one there, but I don't think we're going to do one there. And then I need a clamp. We're going to put this doubled one here. And then we'll get another clamp from the other side. Okay, and then I think I have some nice looking screws. Thank God for clouds. Everyone has a junk box, right? Nope. I thought I did, but I don't. I had some really nice screws in here. But we'll have to go with the ones I have. I'm always forgetting something. The point of no return! Actually, wait a minute. Get that hammer over. Are you okay? Make sure you're getting drinkies. She's okay. There's actually a really nice breeze right now, which is quite nice. Okay, so then we'll put this thing right there. And put a little divot, but I don't want it to walk. This is going to take a while. I may time lapse this, we'll see. So it looks nice. It'll look really nice. And then we could probably fill that with something. I'm borrowing your cage as a table. So then I'm going to do a, what did I do here? I did 1 inch, right? Yeah, 1 inch. I'm going to do 1 inch on the top. I want to get a different, what you call it. Just sticking out a little tiny bit. That's okay though. I think I used a smaller drill bit. I was hoping to get more material to grab onto. These screws don't like it. I should have went with the 1/2 inches. Or the, yeah, probably the 1/2 inch one. I'll get this together, come back, I'll redo all the screws. And I'll put some stuff in, wood glue or something in them to hold them tight. Something to bond them. Now, even though the sun is out, my battery died last night, so I'm hoping that the solar gets it back up, but also my fridge shut off because the battery died. I didn't have much in it, and it was still cold, but I'm hoping my food didn't go bad. That's done. We're going to punch these bottom ones. We're skipping the last one. Don't worry, I'll share. Very nice. And I guess it's semi-authentic since I'm in Texas. Or it's completely authentic. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm a white guy from Pennsylvania. What do I know? Now, we drew a small hole, then we drew a big hole. Ta-da! And it looks beautiful. And the greatest part about this whole thing is that because this gasket is still here, which we will definitely have to clean out, I can put the window back in after I take the air conditioner out. So let's put this small drill bit back in. Whew. And then it's time for a drink. And I might get a towel. Good old Harbor Freight Red. I also have some garlic bread on the front dashboard in a like Walmart one, those $2. We're gonna see if we can cook it in the Texas sunlight. Back to work. Good work. Two-inch mark. 2-inch mark. 2-inch mark. 2-inch mark. 2-inch mark. 2-inch mark. 2-inch mark. Cannot wait for this to be done. Almost forgot. I'm in a rush. Looks like I'm getting weak. It's because I am. I'm quite hot. as it were. I'm down by 2 screws, of course. And we're done. Okay, let's get that out of the way. We'll take this and this, and these, and this, and this, and those in the back. I'm going to stand in the shade for a minute. Okay, cool. So I need to go get more screws. I'm down by 2. It has to have them, otherwise it don't look right, right? And one here and one here. Oh God, that one feels good. As for here, I don't think we really need. Yeah, we do need, but I'm gonna have to get more screws. That's just what it is. Well, we have to put these down the sides, but very close. And we'll put the air conditioner in now to make sure it fits, just in case we need any additional hardware. And let's do that. This is the bracket that goes on the top of an air conditioner. One side has a bunch of holes in it, the other side does not. So it has tape residue on it, which we will wipe off. There's one screw hole here, but that's really not enough for me. So I'm gonna put one here, I'm gonna put one here, I'm gonna put one here, but the fact that this has so many holes on it is an opportunity that we may get to, and we'll see. Also, there's this foam stuff, and that is also in the van that came with the air conditioner. I'm gonna put that around the, I'm gonna put that in here on this hole so that it sits on it. And the reason this is doubled is to give it more space. But remember, we also have to put some brackets to hold that on here. I'll show you what those look like. It's just a piece of metal with some holes in it. These are small ones. I'm gonna get ones that are bigger than this that go through the feet, and it will anchor it to the board so it can't move out. And that way we got the air conditioner right up against the board. We're gonna drill some extra holes in this. Three should be good. That way we're holding all points of it. But if I need more, I can drill more. Okay, I cut the hole a little small. I'm gonna have to wash myself off after this. Okay, go inside. I'm gonna take a break and try this delicious looking thing. We'll be right back. So it turns out, even though we measured twice and cut once, I'm cutting more. This is not wide enough. Don't ask me why. But we're gonna get the ruler and see what's going on. We're gonna use a different ruler and see how accurate that one is. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're off by like a good 1/8 of an inch. That ruler is off by 1/8 of an inch. That's the problem. We should check the other dimension. Because this is this is okay now, I think. Yeah, a little less than 12. Also, yep. That one's I think it works out better. And here's why. Now that it's all together, it's a box. By taking another 1/8 of an inch off, it creates a lip so that it sits a little bit better. So it might work actually a little bit better this way. I literally need to go the width of this pencil though. Yep. Nikita, I'm making loud noises. I'm gonna need a new one of these. I'll forget when I go there. Bet she'll fit now. Are you hooked? Off by a little on the bottom. It'll definitely fit now, right? Should we do a cheesy dance? Yay! And then okay. There's a little space on either side. I'll show. Little space on either side. The bottom is perfect, I guess. And then the top has a lot of room too. It's in. And it sticks out 7.5 inches. And then from it's 9 inches for the mirror, so it shouldn't be a problem there. It's a very small unit, which is really nice. I'm gonna put some screws up on the top to hold the top in, and then we gotta put those brackets on the bottom to hold the bottom in, and we're done. And that's what it looks like on the inside. It looks very nice. Very professional. We'll put some gasket around the outside of it and stuff to seal it up, or some tape maybe, and both, and we'll be good to go. So there you have it. My air conditioner is in the van. My neighbor lent me a nice 50 to 30. I'm going to go buy a 30 to 20. We're going to plug this bad boy in, and I'm going to get some cold air going. Thanks for wandering with me.